Hey, what's up, everyone? So I'm going to be reviewing the TRON Ares 4K. Now, just a few things. We're going to be talking about, I'm not going to really get into how good the movie was or how crappy it is or how it did in the box office or whatever. If you want to see my opinion on that, you can check out the TRON Ares movie review from when I went to go see it at the theaters. And that's kind of like my opinion, my review, my kind of just experience seeing it, etc. But I will throw in a couple of jabs here and there, throw a couple little wrenches into, like, you know, my little kind of unfiltered opinion about things. But you'll know what I'm talking about. We're going to be talking about the pace of the movie because I've already seen it probably since I purchased the 4K, maybe 5 times. I'm a fanboy, I'm telling you, I enjoy it. And then, like, we'll be talking about the format that we watch the movie in, Blu-ray versus 4K. We'll talk about the 4K experience, which there's so many of different 4K experiences you can have. The best is probably full 4K presentation with like an OLED or something. It doesn't get any better than that. But then there's like tiers of like how you do your setup so you can get the best 4K experience, and we'll talk about that as well. So, and then we're going to be talking about how it looks at the movies versus how it looks at home on 4K, etc. We will also be talking about, God, I suck at this game. Again, this is TRON Runner. Yes. I don't know what platforms they have it on. I know they have it for PlayStation, because that's where I'm playing it on, but I am not sure what other platforms. Now, so, first of all, I want to say that if you ever do any kind of pre-order, I would say probably don't do Amazon. I've had very bad experiences with Amazon just with pre-orders. Whether they run out and they're like promising to send you something like a month later after release, shit like that, or you pre-order something and 2 days have gone by or something from the day it was supposed to like get sent and nothing happens. Now, with the TRON, I had pre-ordered the TRON Steelbook on Amazon, and they totally snaked me, man. Like it was the day of when the movie released, and they still like hadn't sent it. They didn't send me we'll be sending it on this date, blah blah blah, yada yada. Nothing, none of that information, nothing useful for me. My wife, she walks into a Walmart and she says they have it, but it's the standard version that costs less. And I was just like, you know what? At this point, I don't even care if it's Steelbook. Honestly, I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of the Steelbook. I'm not gonna go and spend extra or go out of my way to try to find those just to collect them, because I already have a very big collection of Blu-rays, movies, DVDs, and 4Ks where it's just like, they're mixed. I have some Steelbooks, some, standard editions, whatever. Now, I don't know what, just a real random thing to bring up, but I don't know what version you guys have of the Force Awakens Star Wars movie, the Blu-ray, but I have like the one that came out at launch at Target, and it was pretty badass. It's like a holographic foil behind like a space looking, like, it's just badass, dude, and it's like very like holographic looking, and it's colorful, and it's really sick. Like, I don't know if a lot of people own that one, but yeah. Anywho, getting to it. So,
program selected for immediate deresolution.
I ended up getting it same day. I wanted to check it out. So yeah, I threw it on. And now let's talk about your setup. Let's talk about the setup. Okay, I had a couple of arguments with people either at my workplace or family members where they say, I have 4K, and I'm like, what do you mean by that? The movie's in 4K. I'm like, yeah, what kind of TV do you have? It's a LCD. Okay, then you're not watching it in full 4K, and they don't understand. Like, and it's getting pretty irritating having to try to get people to understand the setups, right? And like we talked about before, the probably best setup will be like full 4K presentation with, like, I was saying, like a fucking OLED or something, like the best TV you can get, which are in the thousands, man. in the thousands. Those are in the 4 or 5 figures, man, to get like a TV that you're gonna get the full 100% experience. But you have to have a 4K player, have a 4K TV that supports 4K, and you have to have a disc that is 4K. Whatever media it is, whether it's a game or it's a movie, it has to be 4K or you're not going to get the full experience. Some people don't understand that. Streaming 4K.
Derez.
I don't even want to answer that because what have we all learned from streaming? At any moment it could buffer. At any moment when the screen, whatever's happening in the movie is happening crazy, like things are moving around and there's all sorts of CGI and movement happening, it starts to fall apart, dude. It looks like everything's derezzing and shit. Tron joke. But yeah, it looks like it just looks blurry, it looks all fucking pixely, and I'm sorry for my language, but damn, it looks terrible. So no, streaming 4K is not the same as putting in a disc that's 4K. It's not gonna run the same, it's not gonna play the same, it's not gonna be as smooth. So yeah. So you would have to have the full 4K setup. You know, supported TV, supported system, and a disc. You know what I'm saying? A Blu-ray on a 4K TV looks awesome, but it doesn't look as clean and clear as a 4K disc. You get me? 4K HD. So now I take it home and I watched it. I watched it with my TV speakers. I watched it with earphones in full surround, and I gotta say that with earphones, surround sound, it was a lot more of the experience that I had at the movies. When you listen to it on your TV speakers, there's a lot missing. There's like bass missing, there's like all these little sound effects, there's like, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I think I threw it on. I think I've watched the full movie like 3 times, but I redeemed my digital copy and I threw it on my phone on an app, and I go and listen to it in my earphones at work, or like, I'll just like start cooking and I'm just like, oh, I just want to listen to the intro, watch it right here on my counter. And a lot of times what I did was I'll go into the movie and I would scroll to like scenes that I wanted to see that specifically were badass, like the intro, the light cycle chase, the when they hack NCOM, like all those scenes. There are going to be spoilers in this because by now I hope that everybody had seen it already, but I'm just more talking about the 4K. So the standard edition is, I believe it's Ares riding a light cycle vertically going upwards, and it's mirroring the left side is in the grid, the exact same pose, exact same everything, posture, exact same everything, and then on the right side it's like he's in the real world. So it's just like a mirror type situation. Yeah, it's pretty badass, dude, I'm telling you. The back just has like Ares swinging his identity disc. It looks like he's derezzing or getting created or something, and he has no helmet on. It's just Jared Leto straight up. And that's pretty much it. And it comes with a cardboard slit, like, one of those that you could pull out. And that's pretty much it. The pacing, after seeing it a few times, like I said, I seen it all the way through like 3 times. 6 times I would throw it on and, kind of scroll, forward, forward into like scenes I liked, rewinded it to scenes I like to watch again over and over. Sometimes I do the intro and I'll watch the intro, like, I probably watched the intro since I bought it like 10, 15, 20 times, man. I ain't even lying. Like, it's so much fun to watch. Like, you ever watch anything over and over? It's like fucking listening to a song or a music video. You can just watch it over and over. Same shit here. So, the pacing, after watching it so many times, I've noticed is really, really quick. Like, after watching it, so first, let's start off how beautiful it looks. It looks a lot clearer. I saw it in Dolby, but it wasn't like crazy IMAX HD or whatever. I don't know how much more you need to spend to make it look better. But I figure, let me get the sound. I rather pay for the sound part. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that when I take it home, I'm going to see it in full clarity. I could throw my earphones on and I could see it in fucking full, fucking crazy, chaotic surround sound in my earphones. So I'm going to pay mid price to go see at least in a big screen. As not too nice. I don't need no IMAX, but I do want the sound. So the Dolby was perfect, the sound for the price and everything. Finally, I get to get the Blu-ray. I bring it home. It is clear as shit, smooth, beautiful clarity. And if you have an OLED, I'm jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I have a 4K Samsung. I don't know all the specs. Well, I know it's a 4K. It's not an LCD. If you bought it in 4K and you have an LCD, man, you're not going to see it the way I'm seeing it. You know, it's going to be some kind of clear, but a percentage less because you don't have the TV for it, you know. And obviously, if you don't have a PS5 or a 4-disc player, a 4K player, you're not going to be able to even watch that disc. You're going to have to switch over to the Blu-ray that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? But it absolutely looks awesome. And what I was talking about the pacing is that it moves pretty fast. It moves really, really fast. Like in the beginning, you get him seeing May. You get to see Ares getting created or whatever, and everything happens fast. Like he comes to, and then he gets destroyed, and then he comes to again, and he starts like doing his own thing. Starts thinking for himself. He starts, all that good shit that we all watched. And then it's almost like you have to have seen the other two to fully follow what is kind of happening here, because there's going to be little colorful words like reintegration, deresolution, program, master control. There's all sorts of words that if you're not familiar with the Tron world or anything Tron at all, you're going to be super lost. Like, you're going to have to be trying to keep up with everything that you're hearing. So even me, when I saw it the first time, Tron Ares, I was just like, damn, everything moved fast. Like, wait a minute. Like, is this the first time he's created this intro scene we've seen? Has it been created before? Like, or is it today? He just was created today and we're seeing like a couple of like weeks go by all quick. Like, it's just weird how it throws, it just throws you in, and it doesn't really, this is where we talk about like reviewing the movie a little bit. It doesn't really go into character depth or building the characters or anything, so it just moves really, really quick. But it's just, you're so entertained by the visuals and music that you don't really think about all that. You're just rolling with it. What else is going to happen? You don't really care for the characters that much. You don't really feel for them. There's, like I said, there is no emotional factor here or anything crazy. But the fact that he's starting to feel and think and for his own and shit, it's like, it's pretty cool because, nowadays everything's about AI and that thing's coming up and, it's everywhere now. And it's like, man, Tron was ahead of its time back in 82 when they fucking created this shit, because now it's going to be relevant. It's so completely relevant. Ares is basically a fucking computer that can walk outside and knows everything. It's smarter than everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is the best damn thing to ever, be created that could help live, be perfect, do everything correctly, not wrong. You know what I'm saying? So when you see Tron Legacy and you see how Clue turned out, being like one of those master control program type things, you'll see how, like, fuck, it kind of reminds me of like Kevin Flynn being like, what's his name? Vito Corleone from The Godfather, and then like Clue becoming like the one that takes over kind of, but he kind of stole it, the grid. But like Michael Corleone does it. Like, he's just the total opposite. So Clue becomes corrupted. That's why he becomes evil in Tron Legacy. He wants to come out and fucking try to fix everybody and shit. We can think of a lot of people nowadays that are trying to do that, in real life. But it's like, yeah, so that's what happens. And Ares starts to think, feel, he becomes kind of like a good guy, blah, blah, blah. And he just rolls through it really fast. And if you know what you're watching, if you're a fan, then you'll understand everything right off the bat. Or else you're going to be fucking like, shit, dragging with it, like trying to figure out everything. And like I said, after watching it all the way through, like 3 times, I said, and then watching parts of it here and there just to get my, my chaos sound effect and visual fix, I would roll in and out of the movie, like going up and down and seeing scenes that I liked and everything. And I can honestly say that the pacing is fast. And if you don't know a lot of the lore, like from the first two movies or video games or anything, even just the words, the little terms that they use, you're gonna be confused. And that's kind of like something I after watching it a few times, I kind of like started to get the vibe from. Now, man, this game could be hard sometimes, and that's tough.
Program deread.
Now, it looks awesome. It sounds awesome. Complaints? Not really. Just the only complaint I had was just how terrible Amazon was about it. But I'm wasting too much breath talking about Amazon at this point. But I just want to say that, like, if you guys haven't seen it, if you're still one of those people that still haven't seen it, do yourself a favor and, like, see it streaming, because it'll be in 4K. It'll probably look a lot better than it did in the movies. But that's not true 4K, you know, because it's not a disc. You're gonna stream it, so you might get some, buffering or some pixelizing going on, and that's the kind of shit that I don't like to see in really clear movies that I like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say about the digital codes that you redeem. I don't know if like if there's a difference in the quality of the movie, because it's claiming it's 4K, but I'm just gonna assume it's streaming it. I don't think you download it just to watch the movie like, what if I'm like traveling or something, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's definitely badass, man, and it's clear. Oh man, it just feels nice to have it because I could rewatch it. You know, it's like there's movies that we want to rewatch, and everybody has their reason for it. Like I know people that used to watch Freaky Friday a lot when they were like in their teens or like teenage years. You know, like I used to watch Spider-Man a lot with Tobey Maguire. Like I would just rewatch that over and over. When I was a kid, I'd watch a Goofy movie over and over and over. As an adult, I have like 10 movies that I have to at least watch once a year that I love so much. And it doesn't matter because these are movies that I like, that give me the comfort feeling. These are movies that I look forward to watching again and again and again. And Tron, man, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna watch this movie, this Tron Ares, over and over for probably like the next couple of weeks. Like literally for like a whole month or more. I've been like dreaming about it. Like even when I saw it at the movies, I was like looking up all sorts of like videos, anything I could find, just to kind of, you know, reminisce. Oh man, I can't wait till it comes out. Oh man, I missed the movie. Oh man, you know, like sometimes you just had such a fun time that you want to have that experience again, you know, and that's what it is with Tron. There's other movies that I like to watch like every year, kind of like Black Hawk Down. Like I've been watching Black Hawk Down every year for like since it came out. Yeah, I've been watching Black Hawk Down every year since it came out, man. So what's that, like 24 years, 25 years? Yeah. And it's awesome, man. Like people are always going to be, you know, have something to say, something they're not happy about. But like I said, I'm going to finish with saying I don't agree with the fact that they say, hey, man, don't see it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your money. Man, how the fuck would they know? Just because they didn't like it. They need to stop making those movies. No, they don't. You need to stop going to see them and wasting your money. That's what you guys need to do. Enough of that shit, you know? Hey, man, I felt a little bit of, like, the controller being weird right now. Like when I'm trying to go to the left, being a little, my wire was in the way. My headset wire was in the way because I was like, why am I trying to go to the right? And it's like, it's not like fully turning. Like she's not turning that direction. Anywho, do I recommend you guys get it? I wouldn't say I get it because a lot of people don't care. You know, like I'll try to tell people like, oh man, I saw that one movie and I'm like, oh really? Did you see it in 4K? Nah, my you know, brother-in-law brought the DVD and we watched it. I was like, man, and it was all right. And I'm like, man, did you at least hear it? Oh no, we couldn't really hear it because the kids were playing. So you watched the movie on DVD on a 32-inch LCD with fucking fully lit room and a bunch of kids playing in the living room, and you're gonna say that you didn't enjoy it? Of course you're not gonna fucking enjoy it. Did you hear everything that was going on? You didn't even hear it like fully. You didn't have it in your earphones. You had no fucking surround sound. You weren't paying attention. The fucking room was crazily lit. There was distractions all the fucking way around, and then you have the nerve to say, oh, I didn't fucking like it. It was boring. I didn't care for it. You know what? It's funny. When people say that they fell asleep when something bored them at the movies, they shouldn't be going to the movies then, man. Because I be tired. That's why I fall asleep at the movies, because I'm tired. It has nothing to do with movies being fucking boring. I've never dozed off on a movie because it's boring, dude, at the theater. And I've gone plenty to the movies and saw boring shit, and I never passed the fuck out. I passed the fuck out because I'm tired. I didn't sleep that day. I worked and I didn't get to rest or something. You know, like there's a reason why I'm falling asleep at the movies. It's dark and it's nice and fresh and cold and relaxing, and hell yeah, I want to fucking knock out. Has nothing to do with the movie being bored. So when people say, hey, I went to go see that movie and it was really boring and I fell asleep, I'm like, oh man, you must have been tired then, because fuck. Like the boredom in a movie does not make me fall asleep. And I feel like it's just a talking point that people use. Like, hey, I fell asleep at the movies. Are you exaggerating, or did you really fucking fall asleep at the movies? Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? So, will they make another one? I'm pretty sure they are. They have a lot to work with. People weren't happy that they didn't bring Korra and Sam back. They brought them back in a sense, like they're in the universe, which is fine with me. Like I said before, I didn't really give a fuck that they weren't in it. They can make up all sorts of characters and create all sorts of different shit, and it all could take place in the grid, and I'll watch it. I don't even care. Like, it's just the grid, it's the Tron, it's the lore, it's the world, it's the vibes, the music, everything. The whole point that he's a program, he's a fucking computer, you know? And he's like out in the world making shit happen differently. He's like he could be a perfect human being. He is like the perfect human being, the programs that come out of it. Now there are two programs that exist on Earth, according to the Tron lore, if I'm correct. Now it's Korra and Ares. Those are the only two, and she's an ISO. So she's like one of those that fuck. She's like in hiding right now. Like, if you really think about it, if you've seen all of them and you've seen Legacy, she is in hiding right now. You know, because she could be a threat. Like, any dictator around the world or anybody could see that like a threat, like Superman type shit. So there's a lot they could work with. They got 3 fucking grids right now. They got Kevin's Encom one, and I don't know what the other one was. The blue one, I don't know, was that like Kevin, was that Kevin Flynn's? And then the old one is just the retro one. And then there's the Dillinger grid, which is the red one. So there's all sorts of grids. We already know there's all sorts of grids and motherfucking wherever environments, different computers. So it opens it up to so much shit. Like, motherfuckers could get out of one grid and go into the other grid and battle those guys and come in and out, you know, depending on if they know how to do it or not. And there's always somebody that has the power to do it, how to get in and out and shit. And it always has to do with a human of a corporation that owns it, like Dillinger or like Sam Flynn or what's her name? Eve Kim. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot that they could work off of, man, and I feel like they will make another one. Yeah, like, you know what? They lost a lot of money, and I understand how it is with them with this when it comes to, like, money. Like, that's what matters, you know? And it's like, but I feel like, nah, dude. Like, you guys, they know they're making really cool shit. They know that every time they bring out a movie, it's got to be the best looking movie of that year, at least of that year. You know, you cannot say that another movie looks better and we could look at both of them side by side and be like, really, dude? Are you saying that because Ares sucked, or because you're really talking about the visuals? Because damn, no, it looks fucking awesome. Like, when Tron Legacy came out at the time, it had to be the best fucking looking shit at the time. Well, no, I think Avatar was. Nah, if you want to talk real, Avatar. Because Avatar came out, I think, like a few months before or something like that. So, yeah, I would say Avatar. But anyway, I'm going to end with just saying the 4K was very, very, very awesome. I was very pleased. I was very impressed with how it looked, man. I'm telling you, it's not the same. Now, another thing I want to talk about. I feel like there's a very very small following of people that like to watch. They're like very hyped and very enthused about watching movies on projectors. I am so against it, and I disagree. I don't like projectors. Now, why do you think? A projector, you need to be in the dark. Now, if you're one of those people that want to feel like you're at the movies and you need to have something that's like 20 feet big in front of you to see it, that's fine. You know, if you need to, get that experience, or, the bigger the better, or nothing. I've been to presentations where people put a projector and it's not installed properly. So it looks like a fucking rectangle when you're watching the movie. It looks like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all lopsided the size. It's not an actual rectangle that you see. It's a fucking weird rhombus or some weird shit because they position it a certain way or they're not prepared to position it. The lighting is off. I can't really fucking see. You can see a bunch of pixely shit. Like, no. Projectors are just for enthusiasts of like big screens, and I feel like that shit is not worth it. Projectors are like $800 or some shit. I don't know how much they are, dude. And it's like, dude, get yourself a fucking 4K player and get yourself 4K. Stop playing around, dude. It's not the same. So, the reason I brought up the projector is just because, like, nah, man, if you guys are gonna do that projector shit, if you have sound, I guess, if you have like a badass sound, like big ass speakers and crazy surround bars or whatever, all that kind of surround bullshit, surround. You could probably get away with it just because you're seeing it in a big screen. But other than that, dude, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Like, just get a 4K experience, man. TVs are very cheap now. You can get a 65-inch on clearance for like $250, man. No bullshit. Almost $3, 65-inch 4K, like Vizio or something. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've tried like 5 different TV brands, and honestly, they all pretty much. I mean, unless you're going to connect 5 different TVs all at once and try to figure out, like, let me compare, which that's the reason why a lot of people don't get to experience the full 4K experience, because they can't compare. They have no way to compare it. Everywhere they go, it's like, oh, this is 4K, but it's a streaming. That's not real 4K. They go to another place, they're watching it in DVD. Not even close. Like, did you guys hear? There's a 3-pack. There's a DVD trilogy that comes with TRON Legacy, and TRON Ares. Guys, stop buying the fucking DVD. Like, you want to see it beautifully, buy at least the Blu-ray, man. And if you could afford it, if you have a PS5, you already have a 4K player. If you could spend $2 extra to get the fucking 4K version, at least do that and watch it as nice as possible on an LCD. If you're down enough and serious enough that you're like, no, I need to have the TV, for the 4K TV or the OLED to have the full complete experience, then you're gonna enjoy this motherfucking movie, man. I'm telling you, I find it to be beautiful looking, man. I'm not a big fan of the color red per se, but it looks fucking beautiful, man. Like, for real. Like, I'm not done watching it. I'm gonna watch it a few more times. Shit, I might fucking cook something right now in a little while, and I'll listen to the intro in my earphones and listen to like all the sounds and just enjoy it, just cherish it, man. I was so happy when I finally got the 4K. I was telling my buddy, I was like, yeah, man, crazy how I couldn't believe that people hated Jared Leto so much that it kept him from seeing such a movie, man. That fucking sucks. I can't believe the internet. I understand he came out in a few movies that he fucking fucked up on, but it's like, who watches every Jared Leto movie? You know, like when you saw Morbius, where you like, damn, I need to watch Morbius because Jared Leto's in it. Why would anybody watch Morbius? What the fuck is Morbius? You get what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, how did anybody get the idea to just hate and not go fucking see something? Or, I've seen every movie with Jared Leto and he sucks, so I just don't want... I'm tired of being disappointed by Jared Leto, so you know what, Tron? I'm not going to watch. Man, y'all fucked up. You chose the wrong time to start hating Jared Leto, I'll tell you. But it's funny how, like, I can't believe it that people hate him so much that they missed out on this movie. I will never understand it, man. That shit is hilarious to me. They are missing out. And I also feel deep down inside that a lot of people they don't know about the lore. They don't even know what Tron is. They just see a motorcycle and they're like, I don't give a shit about this. Or they have no idea what the fuck is going on. Because when you see a trailer and you hear the words program and this and that, the grid, and it sounds boring to some dipshits that don't know what the fuck it is. But to us, we're like, oh, grid, ooh, de-resolution, ooh, master control, oh, so he's gonna be so and so, he's gonna be in control of the whole grid and blah 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 blah. Oh, okay, so you get interested. But if you don't know, you hear all these words and all these terms that only fans would know, you're gonna be fucking clueless, and you're just seeing a red motorcycle jump around in the darkness, and then you see a cop car get cut in half, and you're like, that's it? That's all it is? All right, nah, fuck that. I'd rather go watch Mission Impossible fucking 20, fucking Impossible Possible Mission.
Program selected.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, and for action people that like action movies, this is the pinnacle. This is the peak. This is as good as it gets. But it's just the marketing, dude, I guess. And like, just Jared Leto, man, I guess he's that bad. He's that bad that Morbius sucks so bad. Whatever the fuck Morbius is, I have no idea what it is. I don't know who watched it or why. But I never saw that shit. And I've seen him in a few movies, and you know what? He doesn't even bother me. Now, if you want to talk about Suicide Squad as a Joker, that was kind of cringe. I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to leave it at that. Experience this movie in the best quality that you can. Put the fucking volume up, guys. Stop being pussies. Put your earphones on. Sit your ass down and listen to it and watch it. Because if you're going to put this movie and take a fucking nap while it's on, like, that's how you want to get through this movie. That's how you want to get this movie over with. That's how you want to say you saw this movie, by fucking laying down, napping half the time, being on your fucking TikTok while the movie's passing by. Of course, at the end, you're going to be like, I didn't really like it. I was bored. I fucking almost fell asleep. You're on your motherfucking phone, guys. Like, come on. So I will give it a 9 out of 10. And a 10 out of 10, I would say no, just because the 10 is basically just how, like, the movie wasn't as great when it came to the plot and story-wise, but just the 9 to me is just the presentation, the 4K, the clarity, the graphics, everything. It's fucking beautiful. So I would say go out and get that shit. Go out and stream it. It's free, I believe. Like, if you're paying for, like, Disney Plus, you can get it there, whatever. But it's like, man, this movie, I can't wait to see what else they bring out, man. And with that, I'm out.